is so nice to have sisters in this world, isn't it? I'm telling you all, the Listers are such a beautiful family. I'm honored to be here because sometimes you work so hard in the world to prove yourself to others, right? And then you just have a friend that's like, hey girl, we're looking for a speaker. So thank you, boo. I'm going to be professional. Thank you, my gorgeous darling friend, Keisha. Well, welcome again, everyone, to the biannual Grace and Mercy Foundation. It is so wonderful to have people that organize and provide institutions when we are at a moment where we need it most, right? Everybody give this family a round of applause. Yes. And I was so happy that the theme was Southern Affair. Like, everybody is doing these things like Great Gatsby, where you got to rent out a $200 dress. Southern Affair, you can throw a buckle on it. Throw a hat on it. You know, we good to go. And you all look so amazing tonight. All right, well, happy Labor Day as well. It is Labor Day weekend. And I actually Googled this just to make sure I said the right thing. I'm like, what's the difference between Memorial Day and Labor Day? Did you all know the difference? Oh, okay, so I was the only one. But happy Labor Day to you. Labor Day, of course, is honoring all of our hardworking Americans. My friend just told you in my bio that I've traveled all over the world, and the one thing that people always say, they're like, how come you only get 10 days of vacation? I'm like, what you mean only? You know, I thought 10 days was a lot. So we are hardworking people. Thank you for spending your hard-earned dollars here with us tonight at the Grace and Mercy Foundation. So I want to tell you all a little story just to start off, something that I've experienced recently. I was helping prepare for an event the other day, and this man, he gave us a nod and a smile, and we had an issue because we had an abundance of stuff, right? But just a little bit of time. And we didn't know this man, but one of the ladies that was with us, she asked him if he would be able to help us move all of the stuff away from that truck. Up here? Okay. Yay. All right. Can you hear me better? All right. I'm sorry about that. So there was a gentleman who we did not know, but we had a dilemma because there was a truck full of stuff and there was only a few of us ladies and we only had a little bit of time to get all of this stuff out, right? So one of the ladies asked the man if he could be used. She didn't know him. It was apparent that he was off of the streets. But there was something about this woman. She's worked with people that are in dire conditions, so she has a heightened awareness and intuition about people. Okay? So at the end, when we were done and she was done unloading everything from the truck, he asked, is there anything else that I can do for you all? And she said, hold on. So she went and she got him a wad of cash. She said, sir, can I ask you, are you on the streets? Are you homeless? And he said, you know, he's trying to keep his pride. So he said, yeah, you know, but I'm okay. She said, I've got some clothes that I can give you if you want some clothes, because I actually work with people that are in all kind of situations. And he said, no, I'm okay. He said, no, I'm okay, because he was so happy that somebody used him that day. Do you all know that the venue that you are sitting in is the same place just less than 24 hours ago that we used somebody off the streets to put the glassware on your tables, to help us set up the chairs and everything around you that you see. And the woman who pulled that man off from the streets is the founder of this organization. The founder of this organization, Cheryl Francis. Just a hop and a skip off of the plane from California in the sweltering Houston heat, Cheryl Francis did not miss a beat to serve her purpose to our humanity. Now this man, he didn't know what she did. He didn't know where she was from, but he came to her and he said, I would be happy to. That's what we call trusting in humanity's transformative power. Trusting in humanity's transformative power. So overwhelmed was he, not only by the money that she gave him, but more so by the ability to be used, to be helpful and to be trusted, to be acknowledged for his competency, and to be assumed as a part of the human family, that he was so filled up with gratitude, even with those tattered clothes on, you all. He said, no, I don't need clothes. He was happy to be used. See, some of us, when we see people out there and they've got jeans on and they're sagging, oftentimes we judge them. You know, we ask, why don't they pull their pants up? What, don't they know where they're from? And the thing is, some of us have been told who we are. Some of us know where we're from. There are people out here who don't really have a sense of identity, and you have no idea how far you can go in this world when you are not connected to that kind of base. See, Marie the purpose broker, Cheryl said to me, everybody wants to feel connected, accepted, and serve a purpose, she said after that man left. How often do we, with our homes and our food and our cars and our relationships, feel as though we are enough as this man did from the streets who turned down clothes? I want to do a little exercise with you all tonight, okay? I need some help and some participation. So this side of the room, I want you to say trust. This side of the room, I want you to say humanities. Middle, I want you to say transformative power. Let's do this again. Trust, humanities, transformative power. Okay. So after I witnessed Cheryl do this, with no cameras around, nobody looking at her, she didn't go home and write a Facebook status about the good that she did. I said, I got to go change my whole entire speech. Because that's what happens when you are next to people who are operating in that vein. That thing that nobody has to pay them for, when they're just looking for the moment to do that thing that they know that they've been sent forth to do. See, tonight Cheryl is dressed with her hat on, and you see her, and she's giving she's giving her speech and everything. But she was that person before she even got here in front of you all today. I witnessed it. You know, Stephen Covey, the author of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he says highly effective people are very different than our modern day definition of success. Here in America, we are so consumed and concerned with success. But success is what? It's the definition that we have when we're comparing ourselves to other people. It's an image that we have. Effectiveness is different. Many of you may be able to tell me who you think about when you hear the word success. Highly successful people. Oprah, Bill Gates, Beyonce. Those are the successful people, right? What'd you say? The Obamas. And there's nothing wrong with being successful. But I just want us to know that we can make a difference. Because who knows, if Oprah may have been here and said, I had an aha moment, maybe that guy would have taken off down the street, right? See, nobody can do you better than you can do you. Nobody can reach the places, the people, the movements that we're supposed to shift in this world the way that you can. Beyonce may not have even paid attention to that man. There are people out here that are struggling. There are people out here that need your help. That $30 that you have tonight, boy, did that make that stretch. They got us drinks. They got us food, decor, everything. But you know what? A band. Thank you, band. Give it up for our band. But you know what's even better is that they provide haircuts. And I know that's nothing, right? A haircut is just $10, $15. We're used to that, right? Sisters, we got our hair done. But okay, somebody said $20. But how many people have we seen out there that aren't groomed? See, we forget what it means to really be full in our own image and identity and to have pride in the way that we present ourselves to the world. That's what your ticket provides today. Haircuts, grooming, opportunities. And listen to this, they don't just have a soup kitchen, they provide gourmet meals like you are eating. They make it on their website, they talk about how the homeless are their clients. And so they treat them like business people. They make sure that they're engaged, that they're looking in their eyes. How many of you know that some of the testimonies that they get the most aren't about the food? It's about feeling a part of the human family, a part of the human circle, that somebody looked them in their eyes again. We don't know what their story is or where they have been. One of the reasons that I do the thing that I do is because I was actually born what I feel is wealth. Now, I had a moment, I'm not sure if you all know Bishop Dixon. He's very big in Houston. And he was doing a sermon about wealth and development. And he said, have any of you been born with an inheritance, wealth? You know how we can get on our economic development talks. We've got to build, we got to plan. And have you ever had that moment where you're sitting somewhere and you want to raise your hand, but nobody else is saying nothing, so you don't? We did that as a kid, right? But we don't admit that we still do that when we get older. So I really wanted to raise my hand and say, I do feel like I have an inheritance. Because from the time I came out of this woman's womb, this man right here has been telling me, you are born with a purpose inside of you. That you are somebody, that you come from greatness. I didn't just get talks about slavery and all that. I learned that I came from greatness. That made a difference for me. So in this sermon that Bishop Dixon was giving about wealth and development and money and resources, at the end he said, what's the greatest way to get there if you weren't born with it? It's to know that you already have it inside. And that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to raise my hand and say. So what I believe is so beautiful about what they show us about trusting humanity's transformative power is that everything that we need, we've already got. See, you all are sitting here saying, oh, we're all clapping for Beyonce, and I love the queen, right? But Beyonce is not in your kid's classroom. Beyonce is not in your office where somebody's having to go to the HR department and vouch for themselves because nobody's standing up. I have a cousin who's no longer in this world. Beyonce is not touching the bullies who took him out of here. I have a sibling who was abused so badly that I can't talk about it. Do you know that one of you can make a difference on the next teenager who goes to somebody's house, that they may not take advantage of that situation because they come from a happy, healthy home, because they know who they are, because they feel that they're somebody. So when we're driving down these streets and we see people and they're not connected, we have to remember that they're not just heroin addicts, that they're not just drug addicts and alcoholics that we need to be scared of to give our money. Because what this woman just showed me the other day is, wow, that man who did not accept our clothes, he could be somewhere taking his last bottle of, from a bottle of drink, a hit, and who could blame him, right? If you're feeling nothingness all around you, if you're feeling despair and have lost your hope. But she gave him something that we all have the ability to give and to pass on. But I do know this. You were chosen to be here. You were chosen to be here, just like Cheryl was chosen to talk to these people and to start this organization. I talked with one of my, Lakeisha, who read my bio. She talked about some of the organizations that I'm a part of. And one of my absolute favorite quotes from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he says that people of peace have to organize like people of war. We have to organize. This is an organization. This ain't just throwing money out there. This ain't just, throwing food and snacks out the window. This is organized effort that says, not at the end of my life I want to hear well done, but when I lay my head down at night, I want to hear that whispered to me. Is anybody with me? Okay. So I just want you all to know that you are powerful, that you are somebody, that you do come from greatness, and that every single one of us has the opportunity to take somebody. We don't know what that man has been through. We don't know. Because the last time I was here, I read the statistics about people who end up in homelessness. Mental health issues, the biggest problem. Not laziness, mental health issues. Child abuse problems, recovering from rape. All of these sort of things that you may not know how that has penetrated their lives. So when we talk about success, we've actually got to start thinking about who we are. Because this is beyond success. This is about the fact that I know 3 people that are no longer here. What was their story? What can people say about them? I just want to thank you all so much again for believing in this, for taking your time to come out tonight. There's a lot of people out there, they just doing all kinds of things, just because they've got an extra day on the weekend. But you all have taken the time to come out, to show up. You look good, you eat good, show up for yourself, and you made a difference in this world. She's got the ability now, because of the cash that you've dropped in the raffles, the bids that you've made tonight, to be able to sustain people when they come to her. That man, I believe, was sent to her and sent through that door. I don't know what it was, but he needed to be used in that moment. Thank God. So I'm C. Marie Williams. I'm your broker of purpose. I'm honored to be here. I'm honored to be a part of this. I hope you all invite people to come out to the next one. Just show them we ate good, we looked good, we had spirits and everything, and guess what? We pulled some people off of the streets too. Thank you so much for your time. Hi everybody, it is C. Marie Williams, your one and only broker of purpose, and I'm down here at the Ensemble Theater, so happy and honored to be a part of the Grace and Mercy Charitable Foundation. As many of you know, homelessness is a serious epidemic in our city. A lot of people talk about the opportunities, but not how many people per opportunities are applying. Texas is becoming #1 for women and children that are becoming homeless. So I'm just so thankful that we have people that take the time to help people transition in their lives to the next level. It's an amazing thing to be a part of. They get entrepreneurial and creative, and so we can have a fun time in our giving and the way that we make change happen. So join us next time for this biannual event with the Grace and Mercy Charitable Foundation, and stay blessed. Thank you.